Assalamualaikum and a very good day to Dr. Iman and to everyone that is watching this presentation video. We are from Group 4 and we will be presenting about product disclosure sheet comparison between Public Bank Islamic Berhad on BBA for home financing and CIMB Bank on home loan. Before we start, let me introduce myself. My name is Azyani Fahira, matrix number 281457, and I will be presenting the introduction of this presentation. Firstly, what is the meaning of the product disclosure sheet, or in short, PDS? PDS is a product disclosure statement that provides users with essential information to help them decide whether to invest in a financial product. It explains the product in simple terms and replaces traditional kinds of financial product disclosure material such as investment statements and prospectus. PDS is important where a PDS describes how a product works and provide users or customers with information about the organization that is offering it. Importantly, it will give an understanding of the risk and return and any fees and charges. The customers must be given the PDS before they can invest in the financial product. After knowing what the meaning of PDS is, now I can proceed by telling you the meaning of the product that we have chosen. What is BBA on home financing? BBA on home financing is the most popular type of financing by almost every Islamic bank in Malaysia, which is by Bitaman Ajil. By Bitaman Ajil means a deferred payment sale. By Bitaman Ajil or BBA is a house financing concept which is introduced in Malaysia by Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad upon its establishment in 1984. The product is an alternative to the conventional housing loan offered by most conventional banks, as it is said to be Sharia compliant and free from the element of riba, gharar and maisir. It is a mode of Islamic financing used for property, vehicles, as well as financing of other consumer goods. The underlying transaction of the BBA is said to be based on the concept murabaha, which is cost plus, whereby the sale price is added up with the profit. Technically, this financing facility is based on the activities of buying and selling. Using this contract, the Islamic bank may finance the customer who wishes to acquire a given asset but to defer the payment of the asset for a specific period or to pay by installment. The asset that the customer wishes to purchase, for example, are bought by the bank and sold to the customer at an agreed price. An agreed price will include the bank's markup profit. Once the bank and customer determine the tenure, the manner of the installments will then be concluded. The customer is also allowed to settle the payment within a pre-agreed period in a lump sum. The price at which the bank sells the property will include the actual cost of the asset and will also incorporate the bank's profit margin. There is no interest charge and the extra price compensates the bank for its profit. Installments remain fixed over the period of the contract and no adjustment is made if interest rates fluctuate. The fixed monthly installments are determined by the selling price, repayment period and the percentage margin of financing. The BBA scheme in Malaysia is an Islamic financing facility for the purchase of the residential property on a deferred payment, which is based on the Sharia concept. The Islamic banking institution earns a profit by purchasing the asset and subsequently sells it back to the customer at a markup price on a deferred payment basis. In this slide, it is shown the type of product that has been chosen from our group, where we choose Public Bank Islamic Berhad PDS on BBA for home financing, and we also choose a conventional bank, which is CIMB Bank PDS for home loan. First of all, why do we choose home financing or a home loan for our product? This is because of this product, people could not escape from using it. At the end of the day, most of the people would buy a house rather than renting a house until the end of their life. The general difference between these two products is that BBA for home financing is a Sharia compliance product. However, the home loan is a conventional product. My friend Muhammad Harith will explain further the differences of these two products. That is all from me. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Muhammad Harith bin Azran, number entry 281561. So I will talk about the difference between home loan on CIMB Berhad and home financing of Public Bank Islamic. So firstly, as for the Public Bank Islamic, it is using the Islamic akad such as BBA, that is Bank Islamic Ajil. That is refers to a method of sale on deferred payment basis at a price which includes profit margin as agreed by the bank and the customer. As example, the bank sold a house that value 100,000 to a customer, and bank already stated that the house are going to be sold at the price RM 110,000. So it is clearly stated about the price of the house. Next is what? That is unilateral promise, which refers to an expression of commitment given by one party to another to perform certain action in the future. As for the CIMB Berhad, there is no Islamic akad that involved in the product. Okay. Next is the profit. In Public Bank Islamic, they are using the profit rate margin on the asset, but CIMB Berhad is using the interest rate base for the profit. Next, about the late payment for Public Islamic Bank, there are penalty that been put to the customers, and they are using the concept of ta'wid that refers to the amount that may be compensated to the bank based on actual loss incurred due to default, and also using the gharamah, that is refers to the penalty that been charged on the defaulters over and above the ta'wid. As for the CIMB Bank Berhad, they are using the compounding interest for the late payment to the customers. Next, about the yearly settlement for the Public Bank Islamic. So there is no fee that been charged to the customer, but for CIMB Berhad, there is charge that been put to the customer, that is fee. So there is some difference between Public Bank Islamic home financing and CIMB Berhad home loan. I will pass to the next presenter.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is AZIZUL Hakim bin ZULKIFLI, metric number 281576, and today I will continue the presentation by discussing the Islamic financial issues found in the product disclosure sheet. In this section, I will focus only on the problems found in the CIMB Bank's PDS, as it is a product that comes from Sharia non-compliant banks. After thoroughly reviewing the PDS for CIMB Bank's home loan products, we discovered three major issues that need to be addressed. The first one is the form of contract applied, which is followed by the bank's methods for profiting from this product, and finally the form of protection offered on this product. The first issue is the type of contract used. We found that this product does not describe in detail about the contract use. The contract use is just a conventional loan contract. In contrast to Islamic bank housing financing products, which usually used by Vitamin Ajil, BBA contracts, or Musyarakah Mutanakisah contracts, which are seen easier to understand. The second issue is the issue of how banks generate profits from this product. After examining CIMB Bank's PDS, given that they use conventional loan contracts, the way they generate profits is through interest from the loan. The hukum of interest in Islam is haram because it is a form of riba. The issue of usury arises because the conventional system is based on the concept of borrower and lender. The lender, bank, when lending money, in this case the housing loan, will charge a higher repayment amount than what was given to the borrower. The additional fee charged is interest taken by the lender in the name of interest. The issue of error arises when the interest charged by the bank on loan is based on the ever-fluctuating cost of funds. It is also a result of the base lending rate, BLR, which is constantly fluctuating in the market. When the economy is stable, the BLR will also be stable as there is no reason for the banks to raise interest rates on the loans form. But when the economy slumps, the BLR will usually soar above normal levels and banks will usually not be able to control this rise. This will cause the interest rate charged to the borrower will fluctuate, causing the amount of loan that the customer has to pay to the bank will increase. Lastly is the issue of protection offered. From the PDS, we find that the bank only offers MRTA, Mortgage Reducing Term Assurance, and MLTA, Mortgage Level Term Assurance Protection. Pure intention to help one another as Muslim is a praiseworthy act. However, that pure intention shall be accompanied by action, appeal to the spirit of Sharia, even in offering insurance plans to them. This is in accordance with the saying of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, A'udzubillahi minasyaitanir rajim, wa ta'awanu 'ala birri wat taqwa wa la ta'awanu 'ala ismi wal 'udwan, which bring the meaning of and cooperate in righteousness and pity, but do not cooperate in sin and aggression. Surah Al-Ma'idah, verses 2. The ruling of conventional insurance, whether general insurance like coverage for cars, houses, motorcycles, and the like, is haram. It aligns with the decision of the 60th and the 89th National Fatwa Council for Islamic Religious Affairs Malaysia. Among the main reasons for the prohibition of conventional insurance plans are referring to its form of transaction, which contains elements contradict with the basic principle of sales and purchase in Islam like gharar, uncertainty, riba, and gambling.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NURHANIS binti MUSTHAFA, matric number 281445. So I will continue. The methods and procedures to solve situated issues regarding problems found in CIMB Bank's home loan product list. Firstly, to solve the issue of the form of the contract, the bank can use the Islamic home financing offered by the institution such as by Bitaman Ajil BBA and Musyarakah Multana Qisah, just like what public bank offer and other Sharia compliant banks offer. Generally, PBA is a deferred payment sale where the bank financier will buy the house at equal price but sell it back to a customer home buyer at a price plus profit margin over a tenure of financing. While Musyarakah Multana Qisah is a concept of diminishing partnership where there is a joint ownership agreement between customer and the bank where both parties will enter into partnership. Bitaman Ajil BBA House is a financing concept that was introduced in Malaysia by Bank Islamic Berhad BINTI upon its establishment in the 1984. The product is an alternative to the conventional housing loan offered by most conventional banks such as CIMB Bank, as it is said to be Sharia compliant. The next method for the next issue is that the bank's method for profiting from this product. As we all know, conventional banks such as CIMB banks get profit from interest, but we can solve this problem for Muslim with Islamic banking. In Islamic banking, which also referred as Islamic finance or Sharia compliant finance, we refers to financial activities that adhere to Sharia, Islamic law. So the two fundamental principles of Islamic banking are the sharing of profit and loss and the prohibition of the collection and the payment of interest by lenders and investors. To earn money without the typical practice of charging interest, Islamic banks mostly use equity participation systems. Equity participation means if a bank loans money to a business, the business will pay back the loan without interest and instead give the bank a share in its profit. If the business defaults or does not earn a profit, then the bank also does not get benefit from it. So in general, Islamic banking institutions such as public bank and other Sharia compliant bank tend to be more risk averse in their investment practice. As a result, because they typically avoid business that could be associated with economic bubbles. Finally, to counterback the issues of the form of protection offered on this product, CIMB Bank provides MRTA and MLTA. So for Muslim, we can use mortgage reducing term takaful MRTT and mortgage level term takaful MRTT. They are both takaful insurance products. They both will cover us in the event of either serious disability or death. As takaful insurance products, they offer a halal foundation for insurance that can be crucial in caring for loved ones and covering their financial needs under challenging circumstances. Mortgage reduction term takaful MRTT is a reducing term life insurance product that follows the takaful principle of Islamic finance. It is basically an insurance plan to cover the cost of a home loan in the event of death or total permanent disability. While mortgage level term takaful MLTT is a life insurance cover designed to provide financial support in the event of death or total permanent disability too. But the total sum assured in this cover remains level throughout the period of the cover. MLTT is an Islamic finance product that provides certainty as to how much will pay out throughout the course of the plan. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
As for the conclusion of this topic, we as Muslims must always choose the Islamic product unless there is no other choice other than that. This is because we already have the confidence in this Islamic product rather than the conventional product that maybe have the prohibited elements such as riba, gharar, uncertainty, and maisir, gambling. Islamic product also has been observed truly by the authority before it's been stated as the Islamic product. Next, Islamic product description also clearer than the conventional product, such as about the information about the product, the akad that been used, and also the fee that been charged for the customers. We as Muslims must support the Islamic product so that people will know about the Islamic product and it can stand with or higher than the conventional product. That's all from us. Thank you.